I don't know if it's my own personal biases, but I do believe that running has become more popular in the last couple of years. A type of trend. When I finished studying in America, I came back to South Africa and I fell in love with running. I was a sportsman my whole life, so naturally I ran a lot, but it was more intense sprints than endurance, long runs. So in the beginning, I sucked. I really sucked, and sometimes I still do, well, I think I do, but it has become part of my life. Running became my mental fortress. I'm an early bird, so I tend to wake up between 4:30 and 4:45. So I want to be on the road just before 5 or just after 5. And naturally, I want to do this in the morning, and there's a couple of reasons for this. The first one I would say is it's because I get that first checkbox completed in the morning, that first win, that first foundational block for me to achieve success for that day. And it's hard. It's not easy. I mean, waking up early and doing something over and over and over again can get quite repetitive. And not every morning is ideal conditions. Not even taking, the weather into consideration, but just me feeling how I'm feeling, how my body is feeling, how my mental state is. Waking up early morning and doing a run, it is hard, but it sets me up for success for the day. And I love that feeling afterwards. But also running in the morning, especially that early, it's quiet, it's calm, it's dark, and there's not a lot of people around me. And throughout my life and everyone's life, there's always this chaos. It's chaos around you. And it just helps dim that noise. But also internally, it helps me, dim the noise that's going on in my head. It's quite weird how I can run and I could solve problems while I'm running. If you think about it, if I sit down at my desk and I try to solve a problem, it drains, not just mentally, but physically it drains you. You sit there, later on you start developing a headache because you want to solve this problem. But while I'm running, it seems that it just becomes more naturally for me to solve problems. And it's early morning, so what else can you do? This first thing you can try and survive, because it's not nice. There's external factors such as the wind, rain, it's cold, it's warm. It's funny because it's turning winter in South Africa, and winter season, it's rain everywhere in Cape Town. It's raining probably 2-3 weeks non-stop, and this winter is going to be no different. So I know what's coming for me, and I'm embracing it. But that just adds to the value, I believe. That just adds to that mental block, that check that I can tick when I need to face a hard day, a challenging day. I get that first check. I complete that first block, and that helps me. I know if there's a lot going on in my life, I tend to turn to exercise to solve the problems, to become more, acquainted and relaxed with the situation that I'm in. And running definitely helps with that. I wouldn't say that there's any other exercise that I do that gets me that same feeling and where I can be in that mental headspace that running gives me, trying to complete the run and solve a problem. I don't know why. It's funny how that works, while you're running and you're thinking of a million things, but also then narrowing it down and seeing the steps ahead of you and visualizing it, how you can do this. So it brings stability in my life. If I don't run, it feels there's something out of balance. And in the beginning, it's hard. I mean, I don't know if it was Nick Bay or someone that I listened to for the past couple of weeks, but someone said, if you don't hate running a little bit, you don't love it. And that just made so much sense, especially for someone that runs. I don't believe someone that, is a casual listener and don't actually run would understand that, but it's never going to be an easy day. It's never going to be easy going out and completing even just a 5K. You're going to get mornings where you're stiff, you're sore, you don't want to do this, and it's not nice. But then you're going to get days where absolutely everything clicks, and it's like a breeze. It's like you're in this flow state of actually, it's effortless. The suffering that you're experiencing, you enjoy that. And with it comes a runner's high. And I couldn't get these people, experiencing a runner's high. What is a runner's high? How can you run 10 kilometers and get this, feeling of euphoric state of, this is what I want to do for 20 Ks, 30 Ks. But surely enough, after a few runs, after completing multiple runs, I started getting this feeling, the further I went, it was like, it's those endorphins that kick in when you finish a brutal workout. Feeling of relief, but it's while you're running. It's actually, I get goosebumps. And the other day I was running with a mate, and I said to him, listen, it was probably around kilometer 17, 18. I said, look, I feel like a Kenyan. I feel like I can go for days. Obviously that's not true, but it was a state that I was, everything, I got goosebumps head to toe. And I'm telling you, head to toe, literally, even on my head, I could feel I was getting goosebumps. And I only feel like you can get that through running. I used to think that you have to absolutely love something to do it every single day. And I found out with running that's not true. And it's so applicable to your daily life. You don't have to enjoy everything that you do. That's just one thing that running, has taught me. I haven't even touched on the health benefits that running can give you. That just reminded me, I was in college in America and I was doing this daily challenge of beating the sun. I had to complete a run before the sun comes up. And it was winter in America, and it was quite easy because the sun, came up at 7, just before 7. And probably 15 days in my challenge, it was a 30-day challenge, I came back home and it was peak summer. So I had to wake up at like 10 past 4 or 4 o'clock and do my 5K, 6K, 10K because the sun would rise at like 4:45. But that just, I don't know, it helped me, shape me a bit. Yeah, like I said, I haven't even touched on the health benefits of running. I'm by no means an expert, so I'm not even going to dive into that. But naturally, your body is going to transform and you're going to become, lighter if that is your goal. You're going to be more slim if you keep on running, even if you start small. That's why I tend to focus on the mental side of things and how it can benefit me from that end. Some people would, they want to lose a lot of weight, and it's an attribute, and sure enough, that it's one of the best ways to do it. But for myself, it's more, and I feel like there's a lot of you out there, it's more of a way of living, I'm deeply in love with it, and I'm only starting, I've only started now to actually take it seriously and, enjoy my runs. If running helped you in any kind of way, please let me know. Let me know in the comments. I'm eager to see how running shaped your life as it did mine. If you like this video, if you like this kind of style of video, please let me know. Like and subscribe. It'll help the channel.